But yeah, that's the kind of fun, like, high school thoughts I still have. Kind of like today at on the way here, I stopped at a discount zone, and it's a gas station, and there was the cashier, and this is a small town discount zone too. This isn't like New Orleans. This is in Folsom, Louisiana, and I'm checking out, and while I'm checking out, this dude goes to like the side lottery counter and starts trying to rizz up the cashier. He like walks. He's like, "Are you still mad at me? Or am I okay to be here?"
That's terrible.
And she just like was totally like, "Why would I be mad at you? That's insane." Like pretty much was just like, "I don't give a fuck about you like enough to be mad," and just shut him down. And I saw the defeat in his face, and I was like, "Damn, bro, fucking, are you mad, Riz?
Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me?
Are you mad, Riz?" Was crazy.
And it didn't work?
From an adult, too. This isn't like children, like high schoolers. This is... No, it didn't work. I don't think it worked. Here's the thing. I think the cat could pull her. I think they're competing in the same league. I don't think she's out of his league. I think she's probably just a little bit more mature. Maybe has a couple more IQ points. You can just tell with some people, and unfortunately, that's the case. And it has no like defining line. It's just in people innately. There's just some that are level 1 thinkers.
Yeah.
And or as us in the scientific community like to call them dipshits.
Dum-dums.
And it ranges from all ages. I mean, I have met 60, 70-year-old dipshits, and I've met fucking kids that are dipshits. Some kids, actually, I see it less in kids, and maybe it's because we're judging them less on being a dipshit, but also it's something that happens to someone throughout their life when they really come to fruition.
Yeah, I think kids kids can be dipshits for sure, but also when you're young like that, your brain is a little more elastic. You can kind of think creatively a little better. So when a little kid's a dipshit, there's like a 80% chance they're going to grow up and not be a dipshit anymore. If you're 65 years old and a dipshit,
yeah,
sorry, buddy, you're on Social Security benefits. You're not.
Yeah, and that's where like modern medicine and technology and stuff, I think is kind of holding us back as a civilization, is the fact that we don't have any real survival of the fittest going on.
Yeah.
We're thinning out of the herd, you should say.
We had a pretty big thinning of the herd recently. Little thing called COVID.
Yeah, but we didn't really thin the herd that much.
We didn't get really the week of the week. We didn't.
They
get the
said it was going to thin the herd.
The problem with COVID is it only really affected like old people and people with bad lung health, when we're really trying to eliminate dipshits.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. COVID did get a couple people that were in a pretty fatal car crash right before and like jumped off a building, but that was ultimately COVID that did get them. Yeah. So that was a little bit of the thinning of the herd and survival of the fittest. My thing with COVID is, and I think everybody just sees it as this at this point, is that it's a new cold, and people die from the common cold. It was a common thing that happened back in the day, and it's a common thing amongst people that have comorbidities. I think they just threw a bunch of new words in our face, and it was a new disease, and I'm sure there was a point where we all needed to be scared of it. But in reality, what it is that it's a wake-up call for everybody to get their ass in shape and take care of themselves. We've been not taking care of ourselves for a long time as a species and a society. I would say at least since World War I, we've not really been taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, we've been just basking in that post World War II economic miracle until it eventually wore off and we realized, oh fuck. That was around Vietnam when we realized we were like, oh, we're not as cool as we think we are.
Yeah, well, I think there was in America there was so much unrest and change going on at that point, like in the 50s, 60s, 70s times. You did have the Vietnam War. You had people that were a lot of people call them hippies and anti-American back in the day, to where they're like, why are we fighting this war?
I think there's just people that realize that we could be doing stuff better. And I think we still can.
Well, that's the thing is, like, through history, we've been told, like, oh, these hippies, they were fucking anti-American. But really what it seems from what we found now is that the government totally, like, put us in Vietnam for no good reason. We were cool with Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh actually loved America.
Yeah.
And ultimately, the frogs made us go to war with Vietnam. And honestly, dude, I've always been like this, and that's why I called him a frog. I mean it derogatory as possible. I hate France.
France got us involved. They really did.
France fell off after Napoleon, and Napoleon was a real one, and they extradited him several times because they're not real ones. They sabotaged Ben Franklin, and I know they helped us.
How'd they sabotage Ben Franklin?
Well, they made him do a bunch of weird stuff. The French were kind of like the Epsteins back then.
Oh.
The Epsteins.
Like
Epstein.
The string pullers?
Yeah, dude. They would go down in the catacombs and they would fuck each other in masks and stuff. And I'm sure that they were, I mean, it's tales old as time. I'm sure that there were some kids there.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you know what's weird when we...
They weren't in the catacombs, though. They were in Versailles doing all that stuff.
Oh, they were everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Franklin lived in France.
Yeah, he was doing some truly evil shit with the French. Those people can fuck.
Yeah, dude. My dog John Adams was like, they got some wild shit going on over there. Like, he was like,
not for us.
Not for me, Ben. Sorry, this is nuts.
Yeah,
what y'all are doing over here.
You really don't hear the word Francophile getting thrown around anymore. A lot of people back in the day, because France was like the pillar of society at one point. So a lot of people were just obsessed with France the way people are obsessed with like Japan here now.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And everybody,
it's just an exotic place.
Everybody wants to say France is so fancy, and they do fancy things over there. What's fancy about eating slugs and smoking cigarettes?
My favorite thing about France is that they do know how to throw a good riot.
Yeah, they do that a lot over there.
Just burn down some government buildings and just make it work, you know?
Well, unfortunately, and this might be a little touchy for some people, France has a weird immigration situation. You know what I mean? They get a lot of people from Morocco, Sudan, all over Africa, all over the Middle East. Like, they get all these people in their country, and it's kind of causing some civil unrest amongst the people. I mean, and that's not just me saying like it could. It does. You see it all the time. Like you said, they know how to throw a good riot. There's always riots going on. Same thing with Hong Kong. Why is Hong Kong always fucking going at each other? It's because they're doing shit over there that like the people don't fuck with.
Yeah, there are 99-year leases up.
Mm-hmm.
They're going back to becoming a part of China, and they're not really happy about that because they've gotten used to certain things, certain freedoms.
And
they don't want media to go black.
Freedoms that they deserve, dude. They deserve that. And Hong Kong is a nice place, a really advanced place.
I love the way they've been writing in Hong Kong. It's been awesome because it's such a small place that riots can really effectively, like, they would take bricks, and instead of like throwing the bricks or like assaulting people with them, what they did was they just stacked the bricks upright along the road, like 5 layers deep, so that any cop car or anything that tries to get past there gets completely fucked up.
Yeah, dude, they're
like
gonna find. Yeah, they're gonna find a more innovative way to riot. That's just how it's like more efficient,
more scientific.
Yeah. Those guys, they're crossing their T's, they're dotting their I's, even though they don't have T's and I's. Well, they do have eyes. They're just kind of squinty. And we're back.
Guys.
But you know what else it kind of reminds me of? And there's a bit of an uprising going on there now, and there has for the past probably 100 years. Shout out the Irish, up the raw.
Shout out the Irish for real.
Up the raw. You know, like the IRA might be the only terrorist group I support, probably.
Oh, I mean, everyone does. Everyone's on there. Because you know why? Because Because everyone fucking hates Britain.
Oh, dude. Don't get me started. They killed Abe Lincoln. They're the reason for the Civil War. Britain had a lot of money backed in the South, in the Confederacy, and a lot of resources that they were going to lose from slavery being ended. And ultimately, they backed the Confederacy, and they persuaded John Wilkes Booth, who was part of a secret society in Canada known as the Golden Fist, or the Five Fingers, or something like. It's the Five Fingers.
The Five Fingers, yeah.
Yeah, and and they try to paint him out as like, oh, this actor guy, and him and his weird acting friends, they got together and they were like, we love racism.
Alone.
They acted alone.
They acted alone. Their views are their own. There's no larger conspiracy behind it.
Yeah, and the ultimate way that you know that John Wilkes Booth was, in fact, an industry plant is that they did find him in a dress. Cat Williams.
He was the
Cat Williams found him in a dress. They said, "Here he is, the motherfucker that killed Abe Lincoln, right here in a dress, just like Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry would kill Abraham Lincoln."
Who's the Cat Williams of that era?
Who's the Cat?
Alexander Hamilton was dead by now, but I imagine.
Does it have to be a?
It doesn't have to be a black guy. I don't think they had a lot of
black
them.
guy. Yeah,
they weren't really allowed to read much.
Yeah, they didn't get their shine like they deserved.
No.
Who would have been like Cat Williams back then, just exposing the truth at every angle?
Yeah, we almost had like real Native American and like black reform in this country, but that's very, very convenient. The timing was within a very convenient 2-week window where all of these reforms were about to be passed. And then the replacement, the president that came in after, just immediately slashed all of these like civil rights bills and kept all the money for themselves. That's the I mean, that's how you win at capitalism. You have to subjugate and control. I know we've said this on the podcast before, but you will live in the pod. You will eat the bugs. You will own nothing, and you will be happy.
Yes.
I'm gonna go grab my coffee real quick.
You will own nothing, and you will be happy. A happy boy. It's kind of already true. Yeah, go ahead and pause it.
All right. Some shitty ass, watery ass coffee. Right on. I want to read a fun Wikipedia article. This is the father of the woman who directed the film that I worked on, where I got shit thrown at me on set.
You got shit thrown at you.
Well, garbage.
Nice.
I told you about that, right?
No.
So, I looked her up. This is her Wikipedia page. So, basically, she's a mouthpiece of the state.
Okay. Yeah. She works. Yeah, I mean, the film industry and politics are definitely very well connected in the fact that they love children.
Interlinked.
So what happened? They threw trash at you? Was this like an on-camera thing or an off-camera thing?
No. This was off camera. I was an office PA, and I did a bad job of organizing a shelf.
Nice.
I organized a shelf bad. To be fair, I did do a shit job on organizing that shelf.
Yeah.
But the assistant production coordinator was like, "Look at this shit. Look at this garbage. what the fuck are you doing? You're a fucking idiot. You're a piece of shit. And he took pieces of paper out of like a trash can and threw them at me.
No.
Like, all right, well, I don't have an office I can lock myself in, so I guess I'm just gonna like get so angry that I cry in the bathroom for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm an angry crier. It's not something I'm proud of, but I do cry when I get mad.
Yeah, I feel that.
It made me feel like even more of a bitch after getting trash thrown at me, that my immediate response was to tear up.
Yeah, I maybe used to be a tear up guy myself, but I think here recently I'm more. First off, I don't really lose my shit very often anymore, but I think I'm more of a rager. Now I'm starting to I don't know, I let it all build up. And when I get one true event that's just like worth raging over, it all comes out.
Yeah, and that's dangerous too.
Yeah.
I think exercising and learning how to fight is a good way to get rid of that angry cry attitude. But turning it into rage is also not good. Yeah,
and it's more like I would never just like super rage out on somebody, but I have the inner thoughts of rage. And if I'm like in my car or something, I'll probably like punch my steering wheel.
Yeah.
Something like that, something real good. I don't know, I really struggle to cry a lot of times.
Yeah. I don't cry when I want to cry. Like if I'm seeing a sad movie and I'm like, this is a good time to cry. It's always when I'm fucking angry and when I have to like explain myself to someone. It's always bad. But I feel like if I knew that I could like beat up anyone I wanted to, I feel like that feeling would go away.
Yeah. And,
that's why we're working out, buds.
Another thing that is on the flip side of this is that I don't really cry when I'm sad or angry, but if I see something beautiful, I low-key, like, I can feel my tears working up sometimes, dude.
Yeah,
if I see something that's, like, really, like, restores my faith in humanity, or it's super beautiful or touching or meaningful.
Dude, I saw, like, there was, like, an 11-year-old girl with her mom shopping the other day, and there was a guy who wasn't with them in a motorized wheelchair. And he was trying to reach down, but he's in a sitting position to grab like a big case of water, and he couldn't do it. And he was just like really struggling with it. And without saying anything, that 11-year-old girl just walked up and like helped him. And like he was going towards me, she was going the opposite direction. She helped him out. I didn't hear what they said to each other, but it was a short interaction. And I see him roll his scooter past me, and he's like wiping tears from his eyes. He's like so happy, and like that got me. I had to have a little moment with the sauce cans in the aisle.
Yeah, I saw a video the other day. It was former NFL player Sean Taylor, and he's infamous for having the best highlight film of all time. And it's something that, you know, most dudes who are into football, they've seen it, they watch it, they go back to it, reminisce. And I saw a video of him. He was watching the highlight film with like his 3-year-old daughter, and she can kind of like, you know, grasp things now and be like, so like they turn on the film and they go, who is that? Who is that? She goes, that's Daddy. And he's going, and she's like in amazement at the film, and she's like got her hands on her face. She goes, Daddy's fast. And I'm like watching him the whole time though, because I can tell he's like this is awesome. Like you usually wouldn't just bask in your glory like that. And he's not very much Sean Taylor is not a glory hound. He doesn't like do this kind of stuff often, but you could tell how like how much he missed it and was like reminiscing on it in that moment.
I know you could block a lot of it.
Brian Mormon is going to fake it on the run.
I'm Sean Taylor, University of Miami, the hardest hitter in the draft.
Hell yeah. Have you seen Kanye West's daughter?
Yeah.
What a display.
North.
Yeah, she's actually producing a music video with her dad now.
Oh, yeah?
She always took after her dad a little bit more. She was a little bit more of a rebel. You know, I feel like Kim couldn't really understand her or relate to her because some of the art she's been making is like crazy.
Yeah, well, and such weird circumstances to grow up under. And when someone like that, your dad, who like wants to be in your life and works at every point to be in your life, is like kind of shielded away from you.
Yeah.
You want
You
and
appreciate them
yearn
more.
for that figure, and the closest thing you can have to them is being just like them and doing things that they do.
Which might be one of the best things that could happen for society. I'm really
Yeah.
interested to see what North.
I mean,
What
we
Northie
really
creates.
we really need more anti-Semitic 7-year-olds.
Exactly.
And 7-year-olds that are on fire for Hitler because of their faith in Christ.
what?
We'll get back to
We'll get
Miss
back to it.
Westy.
But yeah, we would love to have Northwest on the podcast. That would be a real
That
crazy
would,
get
dude.
if we could get that.
Yeah, if we could get Northwest in here. Yeah, that's, I don't know, dude. That's a weird, like, I definitely see those kids ending up like Will Smith's kids.
Yeah, I don't want them to end up like Jaden. I feel like Northie has that really creative spark that Jaden has that creative spark, but it's in a different direction. I think his dad was a little more overbearing. Whereas I think Northie's gonna have like a more healthy relationship.
Well, and it's a weird role swap in the fact that Jada is more like the Kanye in this situation.
True. I didn't even think about that.
Jada's more like the Kanye.
Yeah, and you don't want Jada to be your Kanye.
Because she's more controversial, I think. And, Kim, I guess, could be seen as controversial to some people. But I think she's so, like, tied in and shit. It's like there's almost like a do no wrong about her because of Kanye's behavior.
Yeah, I mean, everything with her dad has really taught, like, she had to learn a lot fast about what the real nature of, like, media and shit like that.
Yeah. Now, meanwhile, I will say Kim does have her daughter just, like, hanging out with the biggest sluts that the media has to offer.
Oh, Ice Spice and...
Like Ice Spice and shit, like...
I like Ice Spice, though.
Oh, I love Ice. I love Ice, and you know what? It's okay for us to love Ice Spice. We're grown adult men. I was talking to you earlier about the little girls in that video, and they're singing and dancing to that Drake song at their birthday party.
Let that ass shake.
Yeah, let that coochie breathe. And it's like little girls, like they're so young that they're not saying the words right, nor do I think they know what's going on. But they're in the position to where like a grown woman would be twerking and like shaking her ass, throwing her ass around, and they're like, I mean, they're hype about it. Like, and
I mean,
parents are standing around letting it happen. They're playing the music for them. No kid was just like, hey, turn on that new Drake song where it talks about making the coochie breathe.
Yeah.
They I don't think they do that.
You're only really exposed to the music that your parents play around you at that age.
Absolutely. And it's a fault on the parents, man. It's
And I mean,
a fault
outside
on the
of
parents.
that, we only saw a small clip of that. But I mean, outside of that, those kids could have a great life. Those kids,
Hey, they looked like they were having a fantastic
they were
time.
having a great time. It was a birthday party,
Hey,
you know.
yeah. Well, look, and
That's
here's
the time
thing.
when you listen to the.
I'm sure I listened to some songs that were very inappropriate for my age. And you say, you're being a hypocrite. Well, look at where I am. I'm a foul-mouthed comedian who fucking openly smokes weed. I don't really care to follow societal norms. I'm not good for society. I am a bit of a menace. I really am. I try to be the best person I can possibly. But
It's because we listen to Too Young.
I'm corrupted in a way. Oh, I mean, like listening to Kevin Gates when you're 12.
Yeah.
Like my dad, like he would play like Ghetto Boys, and that's some crazy shit in those lyrics. There's some crazy shit in those lyrics. He'd play Ghetto Boys for us when I was a kid, and ultimately, me and my brothers are all psychopaths who believe in the power of violence.
Yeah,
So,
I've heard y'all stories about killing cats and shit.
killing cats. Well, and then like your boys, so you fight each other. You want to fight someone. I mean, like I've wanted to, like I was talking about the rage earlier, dude. I have fucking spazzed out on people before, and thankfully I've held myself back because, like, I mean, I'm a pretty big dude, I guess. Not really, but kind of. I mean, height-wise, I'm not, but weight-wise, I'm 230, so I'm pretty fucking solid unit.
You can just use your mass, truly.
Right. And also I've had like no like training experience, I wouldn't say, but I've had experience in fights because I've had brothers my whole life. You know what I mean? So like, not that I just think I would fuck everybody over, but I would definitely sock a motherfucker because of how they made me feel in a moment. I could definitely see myself doing that.
Yeah, that's a good feeling. When I was in 6th grade, I got into one fight. This dude was trying to steal my binder during class. So I punched him, and he didn't even like flinch. Like, it just bounced off him. And he was like about my size, but you know, he was a little tougher. He was a little bit more of a scrapper. And the punch that I hit him like right in the jaw, like right there. And apparently it was so weak that he was like, man, just take the fucking binder. He didn't even hit me back or anything. I hit him in the face, and it was so weak that it ended the fight.
Dude, maybe he just had like a good poker face, dude. Maybe he was hiding it well.
I don't think I hurt him at all. Shout out St. Stanislaus. That was a weird fucking 2 years of middle school.
Was that was the name of the school?
Yeah, St. Stanislaus. It was a Catholic school.
Okay. At first I thought that was the name of the kid.
No. His name was what was his name? Cool kid. I'm sure we would get along now. But I was just a fucking weirdo in middle school.
Yeah, but you know what the good thing about that is that I think if anything he walked away with respect for is the fact that you didn't let him just do it.
That's real.
You know what I mean? You didn't let him just do it, and he knew you were willing to make it a big deal. So he was just like, fuck it. Like, I'll get out of this. Some kids are that street smarts where they're like, look, we're going to make a scene here. I'll get your binder later, bitch.
Yeah.
I'll
fuck with you. I was the kid that was just like drawing in class. I was watching anime. I was...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was more of a outgoing personality back in those days, to be real. Just saying shit all the time, fucking making jokes. I guess I was just trying to like avert people from looking at how fat I was, maybe.
Real.
And
see, I was a small kid, so I was just quiet, and I like stayed quiet in my little corner. But I was the kid who would just like I was the quiet kid who always said like out of pocket shit and was like funny in that way.
Yeah, you were the
sleeper.
Yeah, the boy version of a horse girl.
Yeah, when I wasn't being cringe, I was good. Yeah,
dude, did y'all have horse girls?
Oh, for sure. You know there's horse girls and there's dragon boys. There's boys who are always drawing dragons.
Dino dudes.
Dino dudes?
Dino dudes. Shout out those guys. Those kids also bite, eat boogers, and scabs.
Nights.
And you know what's upsetting to me is looking back on it is like I used to fucking hate those kids with all my heart because they were so weird.
Yeah.
Not like hate them, but like avoid them at all times.
Yeah, of course. That's what you're supposed to do.
Now I feel really bad because looking back on it, they all just had autism.
Yeah.
And we were all like, dude, Terrell, stay the fuck away from me. I'll slap you in the head. I don't know why I said, we can blur out the name. We were like, I mean, that was just one of the kids like, dude, I'll slap you in the head if you fucking come near me.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking put a booger on me. Don't bite me. None of that shit.
I switched schools a lot during middle school, so when I got to high school, I immediately just fell in with like the first people who would talk to me, which were those kids, the furries and the freaks.
The pansexuals.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
14-year-old pansexuals.
The kids that named themselves Skittles.
Yeah.
There was a non-binary kid in our class that literally named themselves Skittles.
There was y'all had a non-binary by then?
Oh yeah, we had openly. It was a very, I mean, we had an openly trans kid. She got expelled for sucking a kid's dick in the bathroom.
Nice.
So what are you gonna do, you know?
Well, that's why they should have let her go to the ladies' room.
That's what happens.
When you force her to go to the men's room because of her assigned birth gender, she ends up blowing a couple dudes.
And I think that is what happened. I think that might be exactly why it happened. Because they did not let her use the girls' bathroom.
Yeah, dude.
Which sucks, you know?
Just let her use the girls' bathroom. Obviously, she's not into eating box.
Yeah, I wasn't like hanging out with her. I didn't really know her story, but I'm sure she went through some pretty tough shit at that school. I can tell like it wasn't probably good for her.
Well, that's like what happened in Tennessee with that the trans person in Nashville that shot up that school, that Christian school. She had went to that school, received a lot of hate and adversity for being who they were. I think they were non-binary, and the manifesto has not been released. But this is all speculation. I think someone she had talked to said like she was gonna do, or they were gonna do. I'm sorry. Look,
No,
they're not listening. They died via police officer.
We don't know who. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know them.
Like, if Hitler had preferred pronouns, are you really gonna respect them?
So I actually have beef with an OPD, and I would like to talk about it.
Let's do it.
I might be wrong, and if this is true, I'll eat my own words. But I had my moped stolen back in October.
Mm-hmm.
I found out, it's January now, I found out recently that my bike was recovered like 2 weeks after it was stolen.
Nice.
But the police never called me, never notified me, never sent me any kind of notification. And now that moped that is mine is now in a tow yard in East New Orleans, and it's just racking up fees. The current fee to get my moped out is more than the bike is worth. It's $2,400. And because they never notified me, and I could have just gone it that day, paid $120, go on my merry way. I would even pay it if it was like $250, but it's been getting daily overnight fees, and now there's no way to get it back. I'm actually in the process of getting my phone records from T-Mobile, so I can actually prove that they never called me.
Yeah,
and I don't know what the next step after that is. Maybe just send the city of New Orleans an invoice, but what are the odds of that getting paid?
Right. Well, that's the thing is that unfortunately in this country you can not depend on the government to do anything for you, and that's why things like GoFundMe are good. So we're going to start a GoFundMe. It's going to be in the link below. We're going to it's going to be called Free Twinning Them.
Free Twinning Them.
Because it's a twin stroke engine. Yeah, it is a twin stroke engine. So, and the goal is $2,400 as of now.
Boom! And every day that number is going to go up because they're.
So we need to hit it fast, folks.
We got to hit that shit fast.
So don't just send like $1. Send like $10.
I can't stress this enough. None of that money is going to go to charity. That money is all going to me, which is going straight to a tow yard in East New Orleans. And we're going to get me my moped back so that I can ride around. It's a one-seater. It's not going to help anyone else.
Yeah, ultimately.
So if you want Cameron Ladner to do well in life, you're going to donate to that.
Ultimately, the money that we use, it's going to be given to the city of New Orleans. And within that fact, we all know that it's $2,400. That's just going to be used to pay for Mayor Cantrell's secret apartment where she has sex with the police.
Come on, baby. Empty out those pockets. TD needs a new plane.
TD needs a new sex dungeon.
A new sex dungeon on her plane.
TD needs a sex swing.
Oh, TD's getting down with the sex swing.
Dude,
I would.
That whole situation is so funny. Like here's the thing is like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of other shit that the city of New Orleans could probably be judged on. I don't know what all the what was it? She was using the funds from the city to pay for this apartment. Is that what the issue was?
Paying for an apartment, getting first class jet rides to other countries.
Nice.
Probably spent some money on cocaine. She's been fucking a cop.
Yeah, she has.
Which, lucky cop, you know?
Yeah, he was the chief of police.
Yeah, I mean, fuck 12, but, you know, she really took it literally.
She did. And I can't wait to see the good clips that are going to come from her at Mardi Gras. I love seeing TD at Mardi Gras, dude.
Oh, she's going to get so hammered. I love it. I love her.
TD on Fat Tuesday, dude. Some Fat Tuesday TD. You see some titties. You see some TD. You see TD's titties. I would not be surprised if Mayor Cantrell pulls out her tits at Mardi Gras this year. That's how insane this year is already going. Oh, taxpayer-funded trip to Dubai.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, look at these fucking videos. Oh, there they are.
Dubai is like, that's funny. I thought that camera's really blurry, and it kind of just looks like an Asian dude walking behind a black dude.
Yeah. I mean, I see those leggings. TD's kind of snatched.
You think TD snatched?
I'll say this right now. I would have sex with the mayor of New Orleans if the opportunity arose itself. Love you, TD. You my baby girl. Oh, yeah. So
is that him? That handsome devil?
Vappy. His name's Vappy.
Vape?
Oh,
she couldn't quit vaping.
So she basically gave him the credit card, and he ran up $14,000 in expenses on the government's paycheck. Maybe that's not a very good angle, but who's this guy? God, there's so many fucking ads in the news now. This is the New York Post. Probably not good.
The New York Post sucks,
New York
dude.
Post is not good. LaToya Cantrell. Boom, boom, boom. 2021, she was reelected by a wide margin, 65% of the vote. We love TD.
Well, you know, that's good. And you know what? I don't know enough about New Orleans politics to really have a say on her mayoral campaign and what she's done for the city. I'm sure she's done some great things, maybe.
I couldn't name one policy of hers.
Yeah. Well, everything is just so nice here, and everything works well, and
it's not like there's potholes swallowing up cars like in other cities.
Dude, and you know what? The potholes might not be her fault because they've been here for a long time. Same thing with like the increase in auto thefts and shootings.
Speaking of autos,
none of it is directly her fault.
Yeah, there's been a lot of
I think something that a lot of people that get in charge like that end up finding out is that ultimately they are not very in charge of shit.
No, not at all. They actually don't. A mayor doesn't really have much power at all. I mean, what's she gonna do? Pull that car out herself?
Yeah, it's when you sign up, for lack of a better term, when you sign up to be like the mayor or the president, you're essentially a whipping boy for what is a much greater power that is controlling whatever is going on, whatever corporation it might be, financial sabotage, blackmail, things happen.
I wish, yeah.
And you know, it's very unfortunate. Now, they do have control over some things. They can do some things. Mm-hmm. The real thing that a lot of politicians do that people hate is they oppose things. It's not what they're trying to do, because everything they're trying to do sounds fine.
It's what they're against that's bad.
Yeah, like, we're going to cancel student debt. We're going to legalize marijuana. We're going to do this.
And they do all that shit, and then they say, never mind.
Yeah, they don't do it.
I was in have I told you about the car accident? Exactly what happened?
Not exactly. I don't think. We can definitely go over it, though. Cam's automotive life is just in shambles right now, honestly.
Dude, I have two vehicles, and both of them are currently impounded. One of them, my car, I was driving home from the comedy club.
And action.
Yeah, and we're back, guys. So I was driving home from the comedy club the other day when this lady in a black Toyota Corolla or some other four-door Toyota sedan, she decided it would be super fun to run a red light. But little did she know I was driving. Luckily, I managed to slam on the brakes enough to pretty much completely protect my car. But her side airbags deployed. We got out of the cars. We even exchanged information. And I got a picture of her license plate.
That's good.
But afterwards, obviously, what happens when you are in a car accident? The first thing you should do, call 911.
Yeah, you call the cops.
Let them know everyone's safe. And while I'm on the phone with the police, she decides that she's panicking. She decides that, you know what I can do? I could just leave.
Yep.
So that's what she did. And I was on the cops. I was on the phone with the cops. And I was like, yeah, I'm at the corner of, Claiborne and Poydras Street. And she's leaving. And she just drove off. So what do you want to do now? And they were like, just go home, I guess. I gave him all the information. It was the most polite way to do a hit and run because at least I managed to get her info.
Yeah, did you get her insurance information?
No, I got her license plate, and that's all they needed to really track her down.
Got you. So you'll get your claimant. See?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah,
but I just got to wait for the repairs.
I hate that kind of shit, dude. So I had a situation, and you can still see the dent that I have in the door of my car. So what happened? What happened there was I just got the car probably 2.5 weeks prior, completely paid off, paid cash for it.
Oh, nice.
And
hell yeah, that's the way to do it.
So I'm at my friend's house, and he has some other people over there too that I've never met before, but it's ladies, so it's cool. And anyways, we're all hanging out, and we're about to go to the bars, and we go outside, and the other people had already kind of started to leave. And they're like, dude, she just hit this person's car, like your neighbor's car or something like that. And she was writing a note.
You walked up on her while she was writing the note?
While she was writing the note. And I was like, oh, well, that's my car.
Oh,
and,
shit.
I got her information and stuff, but when I filed the claim, she completely ducked her insurance company.
Whoa!
She completely ducked them. And, I don't know, they'd got in touch with her parents and shit like that, but it never got brought to a claim for some reason. State Farm totally fumbled my bag on that. I should have got that door fixed. It should have been free.
And you knew her?
I didn't really.
You just met her?
Yeah, I just
she was
met
a
her.
friend of a friend.
And so...
That's fucked.
Coincidentally, though, one day, a couple years later, I'm hanging out with my friend, this girl. And she works at an Aveda Institute, a esthetician school. And she said, hey, I know the girl that backed into your car. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I was like, yeah, what's her fucking name? And she was like, why? She was like, she asked if you were still mad. And I was like, yeah, I'm still pretty mad. And she was like, she said, what can she do to resolve this?
There's one obvious thing you can do.
And I told her, I said, you tell that girl that she would have to suck my dick 10,000 times over and pay to get my door fixed for me to give a fuck about her.
Yeah, I mean, just tell her to call her insurance.
Yeah.
Did you tell her that?
Oh, I mean, this was years later. This is all I couldn't get this claimed. And ultimately, it's going to be a big knock when I go to trade my car in. So I just want you to know that I could have had a better trade-in for my new vehicle that I'm purchasing this year. We could have definitely been cool, and I was really cool about it. I did not call the cops because I knew that you had been drunk and doing drugs when you backed into my car.
That was a mistake.
And so I didn't call the cops. And we're at my friend's house, and I didn't want anybody, the police pulling up to his house for, reasons. So I was just kind of like, look, I got your insurance information. I got all your information. We'll get this done. And the whole thing that fucked me was I did not get the police out there.
Yeah. That's a huge mistake.
Fucked me. And they were like, why didn't you call the cops, her insurance company? And I said, you want me to be real with you? And because she had done pissed me off at this point. And I was like, because she was drunk. She was drunk and on drugs and driving. I know she was because I was fucking drinking and doing drugs with her.
But you were parked.
But I wasn't even in the car.
You weren't even going to drive that night.
I wasn't in the car. No, fuck no.
Hell no.
No, dude. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get flagged for any of this ad in the background?
I don't know.
No?
This ad, I mean, I could have skipped it.
Well, here's the thing. It's like it's YouTube's ads, and we're putting it on YouTube. So,
But this style of ad is fucking crazy. That's the only reason I didn't skip it. These ads are fucking nuts for these games.
yeah.
They're not anything like what is actually in the game. I want to make my own version of these. These are hilarious to me.
Oh yeah.
The ones where it's like, yeah, where it's like a level 100 mob boss.
Yeah.
Level 99 mob boss versus level 15 thug.
They don't make any. They don't talk. They just go like.
I like the ones where there's zombies and they just like dig a hole or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. More interesting ads, guys. At least they fucking keep us.
The little game where you save the king from the lava or the water, and you connect. It's like Candy Crush, but you're trying to save this king, and you gotta get the spots moved out in order for it to go down this pipe, and ultimately save him from drowning or being burnt in lava.
The acid attack.
Yeah, that's the acid attack as well.
I like the ones where there's a guy trapped in a castle and there's 4 different like pins you can pull that will like release water or lava.
Oh, you can save that family, that single mom and her son, get them out of the heat.
Yeah,
I'm a real menace, dude. I just let that one go through. What you do is you, instead of pulling like the coals and then the fucking fire or whatever.
Yeah.
You just like pull the water on top of it. It completely fucks them pretty much of their chance of survival.
They're always playing the game wrong in these clips.
Yeah.
Ooh,
idiots in cars.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
I love the ads that are like it's like a woman and her child and they're like freezing and they're like boarding up the windows.
Yeah, that's the
and then
same
suddenly like they're just giving the mom a makeover.
Yeah.
They're like, they cut all her hair and like cover her in mud.
Yeah, you can choose to get the window fixed or to buy some firewood. And then when you don't get the window fixed, the fire gets blown out by the wind.
Yeah. That's how games used to be back in the day, like point and click adventure games.
Yeah.
And they're hinting like they're going to bring them back, but they never actually do. Which sucks.
Yeah, well, I guess like virtual reality games are kind of that new wave to where it's like an adventure like that. But also, what I liked about old video games is that there was no end.
Yeah.
It just got faster and harder.
Just like me.
It just got faster and harder.
It just gets faster and harder all the time, baby.
And that's, I couldn't believe it. I saw a video the other day. This 13-year-old kid beat Tetris.
Yeah, dude, congratulations to that kid. Fuck yeah, dude. That's like a 45-year-old game. Like a 50-year-old game. And it took like this new generation to really figure it out.
My personal high score, I think it's like 178,000.
This kid's a fucking legend.
To beat it, I think it's like 4 million or some shit.
Yeah.
What a loser.
What a loser. Oh, man, what did she say? I'll put a little black thing over all these ads.
Probably should do something better with his time.
National TV.
Yeah.
Probably do something better with his time.
All right, so the story goes that this news anchor for Sky News, which is like a British news source, was covering a story about a kid who was just playing some Tetris. Turns out he's no ordinary kid. He's actually a god gamer because he actually ended up beating.
All right. I want to see what the actual kill screen looks like.
Probably keep going back some because it was about to show him start freaking out.
Yeah. Oh well. We're gonna find it eventually. That kid's good.
Yeah, dude.
What's he gonna do next? I mean, that kid's gonna get pussy.
Dude, beating Tetris, that's a rare form of autism.
No, he has the best kind.
Yeah, I mean, it's rare. it's rare is good in my book. With steak, with autisms, with genetic disorders, with animals.
I would say everything good we have in society is because of autistic people. I think like every major scientific advancement, you got to have a little bit of something different, some tweak in your genes that just like makes you see the world differently. Like the first person to build a house was probably like, I don't like the cold. I don't like the way rain feels on my skin.
First off, Cam, it's very offensive to say that autistic people have a tweak in their genes. They have penises just like the rest of us.
Hey, they got a. I mean, you know what I mean.
Size doesn't matter.
Size doesn't matter.
A tweak in their genes.
I'm not talking about their penis size. Everyone knows that autistic people have hogs.
Oh, big hogs.
Big hogs, and they use them right.
Oh, shout out the kid I was talking about earlier that I accidentally name dropped him. Huge dick.
Oh, I heard you went golfing.
I did. Okay. First off, shout out Notre Dame golf.
Let me grab this.
Shout out, yeah. Go grab it. There you go.
Yeah.
It might need a good plugging in here in a second too.
Oh, I got you.
It's on that 3%.
That's easy peasy.
But yeah. So I went golfing the other day. I've been trying to get out and get more active. So I've been starting off with something easy, some golfing, something I enjoy. Got a lot of thinking time out there. I went by myself last Sunday. Today is a Thursday, and you know, it wasn't a good round of golf by any means, but it was very productive.
Did you finish the round? Did you finish the holes? You did 18, yeah?
I did 9. I paid for 9, and I was on the 9th hole when this happened. And the whole day, you know, I had a really good short game going, which is not usual, and I couldn't drive for shit because I was trying to like tweak all my technique and form and shit and try to get back to the bases, because when I was decent at golf, I weighed like 70 pounds more than I do now. So it's a new way to figure out how to golf, because you don't have to like get around your body. So I'm still trying to figure everything out kind of. And the thought that went through my mind as soon as I woke up that morning was, you need to stretch today, Crockett. On my off days and even on my work days, my off days, I do like 3 1-hour stretches throughout the day. And then regular days of the week, I might find myself doing like a 5-minute stretch right quick or something.
That's so good for you.
And I didn't do any stretching this day. It was pretty cold. It was like 40 degrees outside. And I'm on the 9th hole. I'm teed up. And I just did this weird shift in my weight, and I fucking totally ripped my back. Totally ripped it, dude. Like my lower back, it's still tweaked. Feels like a little bit of nerve pain. Yeah, it's not comfortable. It's not super uncomfortable. I've been having to sleep with a pillow between my legs.
That's all. That's fine. You know, that's supposed to be better for you.
Yeah, and I should be doing that anyways. Best golf rage. Dude, there's some golf rage going on right now.
Yeah.
Not to bring up too controversial of a topic, but there is a trans woman peeking her way into the LPGA.
Damn. Did you see that dude just break that thing over his neck?
Yeah, and that shit's got to hurt too, because
he's going to feel that tomorrow.
Yeah. That's like fiberglass and shit.
It's really funny. I just got to say, it's really funny watching a guy in a polo shirt get really mad. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Well,
it's like, what are you doing like that? You're dressed up.
A golf rage literally is just like a COD rage, but you're golfing.
I don't like any sport where you wear your church clothes to do it.
Yeah, I've been wearing a lot of hooded sweatshirts to go golfing. I don't necessarily follow the most... now, some nicer places, you just have to follow the etiquette. And that's just part of golf etiquette, is wearing a collared shirt. But my ancestors probably wore fucking deer pelts and rat skin when they played golf, so...
Damn, he flung that bitch.
Yeah, Daly's a fucking superior athlete, as you can see. He's one of them guys, like, John Daly probably has a fantastic jump shot. He could probably play shortstop.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's built like that, but... I mean, he's got that sleeper build.
Yeah, well, he's just so damn fat from all of his He eats a lot of McDonald's, drinks a lot of Diet Coke, smokes cigarettes, drinks alcohol.
How fucking tall is he?
John Daly?
Yeah.
I bet he's he's at least 6 foot. At least 6 foot, I would say. How tall is John Daly?
5'11". Shout out 5'11", gang.
Yeah. So, John Daly's essentially my size, except he's got a way bigger gut. I think he's got a bit more of an ass on him, though. That's what makes him a little bit more athletic. He's a little bit better built than I am.
Bro's chunked up.
Yeah, I'm real Hank Hill flat in the ass.
Dude's got a dumper.
And John Daly, has a little bit of a dumper on him.
I've got a decently sized ass. I feel like I'm pretty happy with it. I get compliments on it.
Yeah. Well,
But it's not freakishly big like someone I know.
Oh, yeah. Well, Ben is a freak anomaly.
Ben's ass is just nasty, how big it is.
Dude, Ben's ass is so Latina in nature that a fat lady is going to be the head of his fan club and then shoot him in the face one day.
Oh, yeah. I think that's going to make sense for his arc. And I know who it is. I know who's going to shoot him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know who's going to shoot him, too.
Yeah, you do.
Another genetic freak. Another specimen.
Another space age, someone who's got a little tweak in their genes, if you know what I'm saying.
Dude, a bit of a tweak in their genes.
Oh, man.
Their genes took some tweaking.
Those genes can't be really.
Oh, did you see the thing I sent you today on text? And we don't have to put this in if you don't want to.
No, we can.
The core values of Uber Risk.
Oh, yes. No, I read them out to my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. They're hilarious.
Well, look, here's the thing. Go follow Uber Risk on, I can't believe we're actually doing this now. Go follow Uber Risk on Instagram and the creator of that as well, Kimberly. And she just wanted everybody to know this. This is the core values of Uber Risk.
Yeah,
her
I'll let you read
sketch
them out.
series. Provide the cleanest form of edgy comedy.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Cleanest, the cleanest edgy comedy you can do. It sounds like some bullshit.
Well, it's kind of burning the candle at both ends, right? Because, and you'll see throughout the rest of this list, what I mean by that is that she wants to stay within the confines of being usable one day on a mainstream scale, I would bet, but also wants to seem true to the craft for comedians, which is live and die by the sword of comedy, and know that a joke is a joke and we shouldn't get offended necessarily. At least comedians should live by that. I'm not saying that the crowd has to.
No, yeah. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, we really live and die by the crowd more than we live and die by the joke.
Right. But anyways, number 2, only work with great artists, but also provide.
Provide what?
Oh, provide a platform for
great artists.
For great artists that she wants to support here locally. And that's the thing. She loves supporting local artists.
She does.
She never met the lady once in my life. Doesn't involve herself in the comedy scene very much because her rate is too high for us motherfuckers.
She's bigger than us. Don't you worry about that.
The rate, if you want her on your stage, you gotta pay the rate, dog.
You gotta pay the rate, dog.
You gotta pay the rate. Number 3, inclusivity and diversity of all cultural backgrounds and ethnicities.
Which is fine. That's great. That's a good one.
You should include, and you know what? It should be a natural thing to include those people.
Go to number 4, though.
Number 4, humorously educate the public morons on sensitive topics.
Great way to talk to your audience. Great way to talk to your audience out of the gate.
Yeah. Humorously educate the public morons on sensitive topics. This pretty much means this schizophrenic lady is saying that most people are below her level of comprehension and intellectualism, and they should take her word for things that are happening that she has no idea about.
I would love to hear her opinions on the pyramids.
Oh, yeah. Well, are the pyramids a sensitive topic?
I don't know. I've never heard her have any opinion about the pyramids, but I'm sure she would say some insane shit.
Yeah, and it definitely wouldn't be funny, whatever it is. 5, highlight black, women, LGBT, and other minority-driven issues and businesses.
Which is fine.
Great. Once
Unless
again,
you're an insane white woman.
yes. It just doesn't seem like you're being very genuine by saying this is your initiative.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a... Highlight black women, LGBT, and other minority-driven issues and businesses. That, on paper, looks good when you don't look at the thing she wrote immediately before, which is calling her audience public morons.
Right.
So
right.
you're kind of walking back.
Yeah.
You're kind of walking back in terms of what you can really do now. Number 6.
Number 6, be the plug for new artists
caps.
about to break.
Which, who's really getting their big break on Uber Risk? Uber Risk, that's my shot, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, I know several of the comedians that we perform with all the time have gotten huge breaks from being on Uber Risk.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. I mean, like, you can't believe
broken ribs, broken bones, broken spirits.
Dude, some of them did so well on Uber Risk, they decided to totally retire their comedy career. And also, once again, she never comes around. She doesn't engage with any actual new comedians or anything, I don't think. I haven't seen her do such a thing. And
that post, yes, go ahead.
Preserve the history of hip-hop, especially in New Orleans.
Oh, she is a rapper. One of the best rappers in New Orleans.
I feel like we didn't do a good enough job of giving her whole backstory and why this is so hilarious.
Oh, well, I'll cut in some clips.
Yeah, we'll cut in some clips. She's a lawyer who went to China to practice law, came back and became a stand-up comedian who accidentally became a rapper. She accidentally became a rapper. That's her comedy set, her act is the accidental rapper. And she does songs, I Don't Fuck With You, but in the introspection of a dog, and it's talking about his toy. Paint the Town Red, where she talks about, check this, people biting her flow.
Yeah, you don't want to bite Kimberly's flow because she will come after you.
No,
she is one of the best rappers in the city. Most of her raps actually are remixes of existing popular songs that she shouts into the microphone whenever she's on stage.
Yeah.
The reason she's not if she wasn't removing herself from the comedy scene, she would be banned from a lot of places.
Right.
She's a great... I like to go back and look at her work sometimes as a great example of what not to do as an artist.
Yeah, just being very ungrateful of the opportunities you've been given. And ultimately, from what I can tell and what she does, and I think she's maybe she's made a turn on stand-up, like she doesn't want to do it anymore. Just doesn't get a lot of work. She's worked a couple big... I'll give her this. She does have some minor success, more success than I, in this realm. She's done bigger venues. She's got more followers. She's got more views across platforms, blase. But she's been doing it for years.
Yeah, I mean, if you throw shit at the wall constantly, something is going to stick.
And she has...
I mean, she has 35,000 followers on TikTok right now, and her posts are getting between 1 and 20 likes from what I'm looking at.
Well, and she attacks the algorithm this is what makes her so... She has to do so much to keep this going.
Yeah.
To push this kind of pace, you have to put out a lot of good material. At least a lot of decent. Because when you're, like, pushing shit out like that, you're trying to get, like, 3 or 4 videos out a day, 3 or 4 posts out a day on each platform. It can be a little exhausting, and your creativity might lack. It just so happens that hers, like, it to me it lacks all the time.
Yeah. I mean, even the videos that really blow up kind of blow up because of a fluke.
Yeah, and she's literally
the people who are liking her videos aren't staying with those videos. They're not.
And then the concept of the platform is to put people on a pedestal and to put herself on a pedestal by collaborating. It's all based on collaborations, the success and theme of these videos. So it's all about pumping herself up instead of just creating something that everyone will enjoy.
Yeah.
And
I don't think the passion's there.
Yeah, it's all about the clout. It's all about the clout. And
I mean, we could talk all day about artists.
And here's the thing is that I have so many opinions on it and we can talk about it all day, but I really don't give a shit. But also I feel like she needs to be told that no one gives a shit.
I think that would be dangerous for whoever told that to her. I think she would probably wig out on him like she did with someone I know. But
Kimbra, I don't know you and you don't know me. Okay? And I'm sure you barely know who I am. But if you feel any offense or anything wrong with what I've said today, I challenge you to a roast battle. The inaugural summertime underground roast battle, which is being announced right now.
Oh,
produced
shit.
by Cameron and Crockett from Cat Bastard Studios and Kids in the Corner. It'll be an official YouTube show. And honestly, if I will go into your realm. We don't have to roast. We can rap battle. I'll go bar for bar with Kimberly. I swear to God. I will go bar to bar with you. I'll fucking flame roast the shit out of you. Here goes an Uber risk right here. And if you enjoy it, that's great. Some people do.
You know I'm talking about fatty. Hey, I got dudes with blue checks sliding in my DM. I got dudes with fake blue checks sliding in my DM.
That was fantastic.
yeah. So 45 seconds in.
Can we get a rap video? I want the people to know what kind of talent I'm putting myself up against in this call out. And I'm really standing up also for the guys that she claims are thieves of her content.
Yeah, for real.
She expects this fierce loyalty out of people that is not, I don't think, owed to her. And she thinks everyone who tries to joke about something in the mainstream that she planned on joking on is stealing her shit. She got upset because someone else made a Montgomery boat dock video.
Yeah, it's true. I was in that video.
Yeah.
That was a fun video. That was a very fun day with Rob.
Fucking great video.
Shout out Rob Kazi as if you want to talk about actually great comedians
From
who are
New
doing good
Orleans,
stuff.
sketch comedy.
Yeah,
Rob Kazi.
We've given this
and-
girl too much.
Yeah, we're giving her.
much time.
Yeah, we're giving her too much of our time, honestly. But also, dude, fucking that shit is so funny when he dresses up like that guy, Scary Terry.
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry is fucking awesome.
So for this sketch I'm talking about, this sketch I've been talking about making the DMV, but for the N-word, I want Rob to be on it and play Scary Terry.
Yes.
I want Rob to be Scary Terry for the whole thing.
Yes. And that is it not like a audition thing anymore? It's more like the DMV.
I would say it's more like the DMV, but there's a council.
Got you. More like a
There's a council that
like traffic court.
yeah.
More like traffic.
More like
court.
traffic court. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, that skit is going to be hilarious, and whatever y'all need from me to be able to make that happen, fucking whether it's like get a camera or anything like that, I want to see that fucking happen.
Oh, we're gonna make it happen.
It's a genius idea. almost as genius as putting someone in the back of your car and acting like white trash in hopes of their ridiculous reaction.
Yeah, well, the thing is that's already been done by someone who's way better than us. So we can never do that idea. That the idea of a crazy person driving another person in their car, and the concept of a wacky Uber driver, that's off the table for us.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Let's make this call out a triathlon, honestly. Let's make it a triathlon.
Are you calling out 2 other comics?
No. It's just me and Kimberly, but we're going to go bar for bar, freestyle rap battle, a roast battle, and then we'll both do 10 minutes of stand-up comedy.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
10 minutes of stand-up.
That's a whole show.
It is.
That's a whole show.
A
I'd be
whole
willing to put
versus,
on that show.
a comedy versus.
Ooh.
Dude, Kimberly, you've been dying to go on Versus. You want to go on Versus so bad.
You think you got verses?
Who, me? I would fucking flame roast Kimberly.
Oh, man. You haven't even met the girl.
Who,
you
me? I
But you are subscribed to her OnlyFans.
I performed behind her at a comedy marathon.
You followed her?
I followed her. I was between, it was her and then me, and then Sleepy closed out the show. And she went out there and did 15 minutes of absolute dog shit.
Sounds about right.
Absolute dog shit. And she just talked about stuff, like she talked about making that rap song I was talking about, and then she performed it on stage, but she has no music when she's up there, so she's just saying, she's doing bad comedy. She's trying to loop all of her things into one, and I don't respect it. And for her to act like she has this amount of clout and reign over the New Orleans comedy scene, I'm tired of it. That's it hasn't been my mission, but I think we've done a good job of it. Us young cats coming up through the ranks. I think a lot of some people are realizing they're not fit for this game, and they're going home.
Some people aren't realizing that.
And some
people are holding on to hope real hard. And
they deserve to.
Yeah.
I love those people too.
I know some people who really deserve some wins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know what? I'm not just sitting here saying I'm the best. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm the best. I think I'm better than her. I think I'm better than some people, for sure.
Yeah, let's move on from this real quick.
I think I'm better than everybody. I'm Kanye West. I'm Walt Disney.
Who are some other comedians, or who are some other people, maybe not people that we know, but people that really had a similar kind of fall off or creative burnout to Kimbra?
Oh.
Maybe like B.O.B.
I don't even know who that is.
He sings that song, I Got the Magic in Me.
Oh, yeah.
But he was talking about how, like...
Well, dude, he's probably fat catting it off them royalties.
Oh, for sure.
You know how much money he makes every time they play that at a Special Olympics event?
That is exactly where they're playing it, because I'm not really hearing it most of the time anymore.
I love that shit. Like, I think he's a great artist, too, but people like John Legend and Charlie Puth, they literally just make, like, Miracle League soundtrack music.
Yeah. At least Bruno. I used to hate on Bruno Mars, but he's doing some new shit.
Bruno Mars is sick.
He's doing some new shit.
I've always loved him.
He's doing some new good shit. There's that one song that I feel like I've been locked out of heaven. Yeah. That song got overplayed to the point that I just stopped liking him for a bit.
Oh yeah, well that's everyone. What else do we have on our list?
Let me pull out my.
Guys, this is the time where we pull up some videos that aren't meant to be necessarily funny, but they just absolutely are.
Like what?
Let's do the one where you win a juice. Well, that's just gonna be cricket.
Yeah.
Those are good. It's not necessarily gonna be that one, but
yeah.
Indian kids rolling a ball for juice. How about that?
Yes. Okay, this is what we got.
Here we go.
And another good ad to start us off.
I've never seen this one.
Yeah, this is a new
Tearing
one.
down a nuclear power plant. That's sick.
Makes me want to play puzzles and shot. Yeah, we don't need nuclear energy. What the fuck is that? Being polite, not rolling it again. What you win?
Let's see.
They'll say it. They always say it. Do you think they do that? Like, what? This is weird. Like, why do they do this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it just for views?
Maybe it's a fun way to teach, like, physics?
Yeah, maybe it gets the community together. I mean, clearly it does.
I mean, we can't just give all this away. We got to make them work for it somehow.
Make them win it. I like how the guy has a whistle, making it sound very official. This is going to be in the Olympics next year.
I hope so. Put me on that team.
Oh shit, he's got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm kind of rooting for these kids. They need all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, well, they do.
Oh. Sorry, no bread for you.
Is there a hole where you can win some fucking shoes?
It looks like they need them. Some of them do.
Yeah, they do.
What do you get? Oh, we got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of pants those were that kid had on.
They were kind of fly.
Yeah.
Indian people got drip.
They really do. You'll make me feel so pain.
I like the ones where they stop a train.
Yes. I saw a super good one today.
Yeah?
Oh, my God.
Alright, man, I see we got them G-locks. You say some special stuff about these triggers.
They got a drum?
Oh, what is this? Firearms?
Yeah.
Sick.
They got a drum on their pistol.
And that's how you get yourself federally charged.
And they don't hit shit. Go on, don't be scared. Show the target.
I'm feeding my aggressive shrimp some sand, please.
Damn, bro, where is it at?
Homemade shotgun? Hell yes, dude.
Yes.
Alright, on your go.
Whoa. I would love to see it hit a target.
On your go.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah, he's shouting because it hurt. It broke every knuckle in his hand. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not a shout of victory.
Now,
That's a shout of hospital time.
if you want to see autism, that's like a different type of autism. Second Amendment autism.
Oh, dude, gun 3D printers. The time it takes to like really like make a plastic gun that works. Honestly, just impressive.
Or, do you follow Dude Really Bruh?
You mean Dude Really Bruh 21?
Yes.
Dude Really Bruh 21 is like one of my favorite accounts.
This is the wholesome part of the podcast, folks, where we really get down to the nitty gritty.
Oh, do you know who Daniel Larson is?
No.
Daniel Larson is an internet personality who's famous for being kind of unstable. He was World of T-shirts, I believe. No, he wasn't. He was not World of T-shirts. That's a different guy. But Daniel Larson, he didn't really know how to handle fame. No one really helped him out, and now he's, I think, homeless.
Sweet.
One of these days on the podcast, probably next episode, I'm going to tell you about Chris Chan.
Please.
Are you ready for that?
Yeah. Is that like 4chan for Christians? Ooh. Yeah, go ahead and bring that boy up.
Tito, you stay away from Heather, you son of a bitch. You have no right taking her from me like that. You womanizing rapist. And if you go near her again, then I will find you. I will find you. I will cut you up. I'll beat you up. I'll knock you on your backside, stand on your gut like a log roller, and blow your fat right through your skull. Blowing it wide open. Because that's what you...
So what's this cat do? I saw that. Does he say the N-word or something?
He's said a lot of things. His whole deal is that he's one of the first people to really get made fun of on the internet aggressively. Mm-hmm. They call these people lol cows because they're people who can just be milked for cringe and funny content.
Yeah, by trolls.
Exactly.
So kind of like Cyrex or what's his face?
He's been recalled one of the most heavily documented people in history because he posts so much and so many people follow him and like follow his whereabouts. And it's pretty much driven him to madness. This is from 14 years ago. I mean, this has been going on since the 90s. Like early days of forums.
A few months ago in my house, everyone on the internet, my father, angry at me.
This is him freaking out because people have been doxing him and just sending like pizzas and just random shit to his house.
Yeah.
I'll send the police. I'll send everything in my power. Get it off the internet. Listen to me. Yes. Shut that goddamn thing off. I don't care what you do. You get all that stuff off of there. Tonight. I'm working on it. Go work on it. Do you realize something? Let me tell you. If the health department of Greene County sees those videos that you put on the damn internet, they could condemn our house and we would have to move out of it. So you go get that goddamn stuff off of there and fast. I'm working on it. I was making a YouTube video for you to tell everybody to get the images off of the internet. It's out of my control. Oh, you get them off. It's out of my control. I don't know where to go.
So I can kind of tell just from him, his family's hoarders?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, they're talking about getting the house condemned. I don't know if our audience could hear any of that, but his grandpa is being very stern with him in the fact that he showed images of their house and that the Department of Public Safety would come and condemn their house if they saw what was on that footage. I would love to see this house.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely see it. You can tell just by the background here that there is a lot going on. These are all his toys and things.
Have you ever been in a hoarder's house?
Yes, it's terrifying.
It is so bad.
It's horrifying.
Especially ones with like cats.
Oh no, dude. I actually helped a friend beat his hoarding tendencies. He had a room in his house that was just full of dog shit.
No way.
He did not have the emotional energy to take care of his dog, God bless him. I mean, the dog was well fed, obviously, because it was shitting everywhere.
Yeah.
But he just didn't...
Probably eating its own logs.
He just wasn't taking it out, you know?
That's crazy. So, when I worked for Hair and Gas, I had to go into this lady's house, and, man, it was just like... There was her whole floor was being replaced because it was completely rotted out from just cat piss.
Yeah, that'll fucking get into the hardwood. That doesn't come out.
Oh, dude, it was completely...
That's a teardown.
It was completely rotted out in the bottom. And, like, a church was paying to have her house, like, her floor redone. And while the floor was up, we had to go check her gas lines to make sure everything was okay. And I mean, like, usually in a place where there's a gas leak, you can smell the gas. That's why they put the odorizer in there. She had a leak. You could not smell the gas. from all the cat piss.
Oh,
you couldn't smell
no.
open air propane because of all the ammonia in the air. When you're walking on her carpet, it kind of felt like spongy. You could almost feel the dampness that was just the humidity from fucking cat piss in the air.
Oh, God.
And there's just newspapers and, oh, you don't want to go in? Oh, dude, I've seen some of the worst living conditions. There's this one lady that was my customer, and she was like terminally ill and had no one to take care of her.
That's the saddest, when they like really can't take care of
She
themselves.
just had a bunch of dogs in there, and she's terminally ill, so she's just on pills. So she's like calling the fire department all the time to come and like put blankets on her and shit. And she's fucking crazy, kind of sweet lady or whatever, but also like, you know, I had to hand that lady a bill. I did tell that lady sometimes like her gas had to be, because she had a fucking shitty gas system, dude. Her gas system was fucked. She lived in this big, nice house, but it was like, it was so fucked up that it didn't look nice. Like everything was overgrown around it. She had like 4 big dogs living in that bitch with her, and like they just had control of the bottom floor completely. At the bottom, this is how
she was in the upstairs.
She was in the
I
upstairs.
doubt she was going up and down a lot.
Well, downstairs was barren. There was nothing there. It was like where a living room would be. Like there was no furniture or anything like that. You go upstairs, and she's like got herself cornered off in her bed, has like sheets hanging up as like a partition to the rest of it, and she's just got like a million heaters going on. She's always cold as fuck. It's very sad.
That is sad. Dude, if you know someone like that, get them some help. You know, call a church or something.
Yeah. The day that I went there, or the couple times I went there, like the fire department was there too. This
is how I imagine Kimbra's house looks like. Or at least the inside of her brain.
Definitely the inside of her brain. It seems like her house isn't too messy, because she's always posting. And by the way, from what I said earlier, she might say, if you don't like it, block me. I will never,
ever block her.
I've got to see it.
You've got to see that. You have to see it unfold.
I enjoy seeing the insanity of it all, and it does. I look forward to it. When you go live, I go on. I go see what you say. I'm probably the world's foremost expert on you. I want you to know that.
I've been watching you,
and
I know what you do.
Well, I originally followed her because it seemed like she was a comedian from the area that was working with local comedians, and she had some success on the internet. And then just sitting there watching it, I start realizing that she was crazy. But we gave her time. If she wants to accept my challenge, we'll get that set up in the backyard.
Yeah. But shit, I think this has been a pretty fucking fun episode. I had fun with you.
It has been a fun episode. I can't wait to see what comes out of all of it.
Yeah, I got a good bit of editing to do.
Yeah.
Especially all that crazy shit you said about fucking children and having sex with dogs and all that shit. I'm kidding.
I was about to say
I'm making shit up now.
Yeah, it's probably not far off from anything I've said, but also not exactly what I said. So
yeah, we're good.
All right, folks. Thank you so much once again. Hey, the Kids in the Corner Instagram page is up now.
We're live on Instagram.
We'll be posting clips. We post updates when the videos are coming out, when the podcasts drop. We're going to be posting a lot of reels and content with our guests. Expect a lot more guests. I think a lot of our episodes are running really fun when we have a lot of guests. Obviously, we'll have our duo episodes, but I think a lot of the fun, especially at this point in our comedy careers, is being able to hang out with comedians and do something fun that we all dream about doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably a lot of cats that never thought they'd end up on a podcast, or like they're thinking, how do I end? Like,
they don't know how to do it, but we're creating a framework for people to do it. We're doing all 6 of those core rules.
Oh yeah, dude, the core values of Uber Risk are totally in sync with the core values of Kids in the Corner.
That's the thing. That's the thing, Kimbra. We're the same.
We're the
same.
We're the same. We think the same. We want the same things, Kimbra.
We want success for everybody.
We're just a little bit more genuine about it in our approach. But yeah, enough Enough of her. Be gone, Satan.
Be gone! Hoorah! I
Rebuke
cast
you in
ye
the
out.
name of the Father.
And of the Son.
Leave this child. Let her walk.
All right. Peace.